Okay, so it's been 11 months now for me on T, which is freaking crazy because in another month it's going to make a year for me, which, wow, time flies by, I guess. It really, really does. Um, there's been a lot that I've meant to update you guys on. I just haven't had the chance to make any videos lately. It's been crazy. It's been a pretty hectic actually it's been a pretty crazy year in general, but it's been a crazy couple of months for me, especially the past 2 months, good and bad. As you know, I was dealing with a lot of panic and anxiety. I mentioned that in one of my other videos, where I made a video strictly on just dealing with panic attacks in my everyday life and dealing and coping with anxiety and how it affects me and everything else, outside of just transitioning and being on T and being trans. I actually got fired, terminated, whatever you want to call it, from my job that I had been working at for 8 years. And I basically got terminated, I believe in my heart. I think I was discriminated against. I really do. First of all, I was fired illegally. I was fired after 2 weeks of having that panic attack at work. They sent me a letter in the mail, stating that I was terminated because of my work record, and calling out, which, like not having any sick time, and abusing my sick hours, and blah 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 bullshit. That's all that pretty much the letter was just bullshit. Okay, I worked there for 8 years, and I respected everybody in that place, regardless of who they were, where they came from, what race, gender, sexuality, anything. I respected everybody, and I always respect people to the fullest. I'm not the type of person who likes to boast and brag about stuff, but I was a great worker, a hard worker, always motivated, always said yes, never had a problem with anybody. Did what I was told, worked hard, managed and took upon my responsibilities like you're supposed to. Like I said, I worked there for 8 years. I got promoted this year, actually, to being crew lead, which is basically almost like being an assistant manager on weekends. And they fired me ever since I had my anxiety attack and couldn't go back to work, even though I went to human resources and had documents from my doctor and my therapist, or my psychiatrist and my therapist, stating that I had severe panic and anxiety, and I was not able to go back to work until further notice. So I couldn't give them an estimation as to when I would return to work. And what do they do in return while I'm on medical leave collecting TDI and trying to figure my life out and get back on track and cope with this? But they fire me illegally while I'm on medical leave, nonetheless. And for the past 10 months, now 11, but it would have been for the past 10 months when I was, still working, that they completely disregarded what I was telling them every day, which was to simply try to use male pronouns, make an effort. You can tell when somebody is making a valid effort, and you can tell when somebody really just doesn't give two shits about how you really feel, and they take it as a complete joke. How can you take it as a joke? This is my life, and you're putting me in danger at my own job, and you're outing me in public to people, to students, and you're laughing about it. And it's hard for me to get in confrontations with people because I'm not a confrontational person, and ever since being on T, I don't like to think of myself as an angry, aggressive person, but I don't have as much patience or tolerance for the shit that I used to put up with and tolerate in the past. I just don't, and I really don't, and it really hurts me. It broke my heart. It really broke my heart. losing that job. Even though I knew in my heart that I just couldn't work there anymore, and like everybody said, like, this is a blessing in disguise, it still tore me apart. Just because I feel as though they didn't respect who I was for who I am. They didn't try. They didn't try to understand. They didn't keep their opinions to themselves. And it just so happens when this medical issue came into the picture that all of a sudden my work record, like, what work record? You know? So now my psychiatrist and therapist have basically referred an attorney to me that I'm going to call tomorrow, get in touch with, and try to see if I have a case, because if I do, I'm not going to let them get away with this. I'm just not. So as of right now, I'm collecting temporary disability. I'm on medical leave, and I've just been collecting until I can try and find another job. My anxiety is a lot better ever since I've been on medication, and I could have gone to work 2 weeks ago, been back at work, and they didn't even give me a friggin' month, and that's not okay. Some good news is that I am now engaged. Me and Kelsey got engaged. I proposed to her on October 13th. So she is now my fiance, and I couldn't be happier. It's a great feeling to know that you have somebody out there that almost fits to who you are. They complete you. They're your missing puzzle piece almost, and she is probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. One of the best things that's ever happened to me, and so I couldn't be happier. We're looking at a long-term engagement, probably 3 years, give or take. We plan to get married October 13th, 2013. That's how it's looking so far, you know, so she can finish school, I can finish school. I'm going back to school in January. I needed time off to cope, like I said, with everything myself. Anxiety, depression, and all of that wonderful loveliness. Other than that, I've been going to the gym. I've been going to the gym now for 3 weeks. It's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. It's something that I have control over. It helps my anxiety. It helps relieve stress. It helps take my mind off things. I actually just applied at a gym that my sister's boyfriend goes to, and I go with him every night, and it's great. It does a lot for you, and mentally, physically, it really is something that I look forward to every day. I feel more confident since I've been going to the gym. I feel better. It's great. Can't complain at all. I love it, actually. So yeah. And I just got this awesome new protein shake. Let me see if I can grab it for you guys to show you. It's huge. Intech Revolution. Cookies and cream flavor. It's wicked good. Yeah, you basically have 3 scoops of this. One when you wake up, one during the day for a meal replacement, and then one after post-workout. So, it's called Protein Evolution Intech Advanced Body Solutions. Yeah. So, it's really good. It tastes good. It's probably the best protein shake I've ever had. And, yeah, it's good. So, I'm trying to gain some weight. I've gained actually a lot of weight since I've started tea. I started tea at 100, oh my god, I want to say 120 pounds, and now I'm 140 pounds, so that's great. So now it's just about focusing my energy on working out. It's something that takes my mind off of things outside of everything else, and yeah, it's something, like I said, something I look forward to. Kelsey was in the hospital yesterday on Halloween. I'm sorry, the night before Halloween. Found out that she had a cyst, 5 centimeter cyst inside of her right ovary. which sucks. So she had to be admitted, and I stayed at the hospital with her overnight, and she got released yesterday. So basically, our favorite holiday was spent just picking out on candy, watching movies, watching sci-fi channel, Taps, Ghost Hunters. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but they're actually from Rhode Island. Their headquarters are in Cranston. Grant and Jason, one of my friends, actually knows them, and they're two really awesome guys, and I'm very much into all of that paranormal activity kind of stuff. Which, if anybody hasn't seen Paranormal Activity 2, I recommend it highly. Wicked good movie. If you've seen the first one was shitty. This one definitely was much more thought out and just better in general. So yeah, definitely go and check that out at the nearest theater near you. I don't know what else to say. I pretty much covered everything. Yeah, so I don't know. That's pretty much it. 11 months on T. Nothing. I mean, I haven't noticed anything different, really. It's kind of hard to tell at this point. This is kind of where it starts to just subtle changes that you don't really recognize on a daily basis anymore, because you're just living your life as, I'm just living my life as being male, as being me, and I don't really look for changes anymore unless they're drastically, noticeably different. And I haven't witnessed anything, really. I really haven't. I'm still looking forward to more facial hair. Hopefully that happens soon. But I hope everybody had a very safe and crazy, awesome Halloween. And I hope everybody's taking care of themselves. And I will definitely talk to you guys soon. Alrighty? Take it easy, guys. Peace out.